Broadcasts of the City of Neenah Common Council meetings are produced by University Studios of the University of Wisconsin-Fox Valley. Neenah residents can get information about City Council meetings, City Committee meetings, meeting agendas, and other documents via the City website, www.neenahgov.org. Neenah residents can express their opinions about city issues or about these broadcasts by contacting the mayor's office, contacting their city alderman, or by completing the electronic feedback form on the city website, www.neenahgov.org. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited for playback.
Okay, I'm gonna call the meeting of the, apologize for the lateness. Call the meeting of the Common Council for March 3rd due to public health emergency caused by COVID pandemic. This meeting will be occurring at a virtual location accessed by the link below. There are no members of the community, any citizens in the session or in the conference, in the council chambers right now. So at this time, I'm gonna ask the clerk to call the roll, please. And we are recording, Stephanie, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Alderperson Wyatt.
Here.
Bates.
Here.
Lang is excused tonight. Lendrum.
Here.
Borchert.
Present.
Steele.
Here.
Erickson.
Here.
And Stevenson.
Here. So we have 8 of the 9 council members present, 7 of the 8 council members present. There are no introductions or confirmations. The council proceedings for February 17th, I would entertain a motion to approve the council proceedings.
Move to approve.
Motion by Legend, seconded by Bates, to approve the council proceedings. Is there any objection to unanimous consent? Is there any objection to unanimous consent? Hearing none, that's so ordered. There are no public hearings. The public forum. This is an opportunity for any citizen to speak to the council on any topic they choose. We do, by council rules, limit the time available to 5 minutes, which can be extended if the council chooses to do so. Do we know if there is anybody from the public that would want to speak to the council this evening? Is there anyone from the public who would like to speak to the council? If there is, I would suggest you unmute yourself, but I don't see anyone. I'll ask one more time. Is there anybody from the public who would like to speak to the council? Okay, I'll declare the public forum closed. And we'll move on to the reports of the standing committees, the Public Services and Safety Committee meeting of February 23rd. Chairperson Bates.
Thank you, President Stevenson. Committee recommends council approve the Neenah Police Department, upgrading the video monitoring system by adding a 360-degree coverage with the purchase of 21 Internet Protocol cameras from One Source Technology in the amount of $29,595, and I would so move.
Second.
We have a motion by Bates and second by Lendrum to approve the purchase of the 360-degree coverage video monitoring system that the Public Service and Safety Committee recommended. Is there any discussion on that motion? Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, and given the fact that it's an expenditure, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll. Those in favor of the motion to purchase will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no.
Alderperson Bates.
Aye.
Lendrum.
Aye.
Borchert.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Stevenson.
Aye.
And Boyette.
Aye.
Motion carries.
On the unanimous vote of all members present, that passes. Chairperson
Item
Bates.
2, the committee recommends council authorize the police department to purchase 20 Axon Taser 7s, accessories, and cartridges in the amount of $92,280 over a 5-year time span, as outlined in their memo. And I would so move.
Second.
Motion by Bates, second by Lendrum to approve the expenditure of the police department for 20 Axon Taser 7s. Any discussion on that motion?
Well, I guess I just have I'm sorry, I was not at the Public Services meeting. So I apologize if I'm behind, but how often are the officers using these, and what are the policies of use on this? And maybe this is beyond the, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm coming into this way late, but this was. Chief Olson, if you could explain a little bit more, that'd be great.
I can pull up the report for last year for use of forces real quick, if you just give me a minute.
Chief, I also have in the memo that over the last 5 years that I could go over.
Go ahead.
In the last 5 years, the tasers were deployed 69 times with a 86% effective rate. And there was also 109 times where the taser was just displayed or threatened, which was a 91% effective rate. Tasers are used for instances where there's a threat of physical force against the police officers, basically. I can pull up or send you the policy on that if you'd like, Alderman.
You're muted, Alderman Steele.
Sorry, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll just add one thing as well. One of the improvements on this particular taser is the fact that it's allowed to use in a smaller distance from the person that they're tasing. And since we have a lot of instances where you're in a crowded store and you don't want to back up so far that someone else might get in the way, that was one of the improvements that they've had.
Now, the tasers reduced our physical injuries to ourselves, to citizens, to suspects greatly. They're a great tool. There's times where when someone could get severely injured, including the officer or suspect, that these really minimize those injuries nationwide, not just in Neenah. So they're very valuable tool to us and their citizens.
And are there any limits to their use? Like, I mean, I guess I've heard horror stories of tasers being abused in other communities, and obviously I never want that to happen here.
Yeah, so every
like
time.
How often someone can be tased, for instance?
Yeah, anytime they're tased more than twice, they have to go to the hospital, but we do a full use of force investigation on every use of force, even if an officer points a taser at somebody or deploys the taser at somebody or any other use of force for that matter. But a supervisor has to go take pictures, interview the suspect, the witnesses, the officer, any video cameras, including body cameras, squad cameras, surveillance cameras, and write a report. And also every time you use it, or every time you plug in the taser, it gives you a full data report. So an officer can't say I tased them once when it was 5 times. It gives a full report on every time they're tased, every time we use a taser at all. It's an actual, just like a computer inside that taser. So we know exactly what happened, how many times, how many seconds, and it automatically shuts off at 5 seconds. So every time we were to deploy a taser on someone, at 5 seconds, the taser automatically shuts off.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Alderperson Erickson.
Yes, I have a question for the chief. The tasers that you currently have, is there like a lifespan that you can't use them, or will you still be using those, or how does that work?
Well, typically they're 5-year uses, and at 5 years we start to see the batteries start to decrease. They start to break. The all the little mechanisms on them. So it's a 5-year lifespan is how long they are.
We have a motion and second to approve the purchase of the tasers. Are there any other questions or discussion items based on that motion? Are there any questions on that motion? Seeing none, and because it's expenditure, I'll ask the clerk to call the question for the council. If you're in favor of the motion, please indicate with an aye. If you're not, please indicate with a no.
Alderperson Lundrum,
Aye.
Borchert,
Aye.
Steele,
Aye.
Erickson,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Boyette,
Aye.
and Bates.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay.
Alderman Stevenson.
Yes, go ahead.
Just to throw it out there, if anyone wanted to come and meet with me and I can show you our use of force reports and how we report these, it may give you a clearer picture on the accountability that we have and the procedures and the transparency. If anyone wants to come, I can show you those reports in our program called IA Pro.
Okay, so that motion passes by unanimous vote of the members present. And I would do.
Item 3. Committee recommends council approve final resolution 2021-05, authorizing installation of sanitary sewer laterals and levying special assessments against benefited property for property served by sanitary sewer on Fairview Avenue, Isabella Street, Lawton Boulevard, Marathon Avenue, Olive Street, and Washington Avenue, and I would so move.
Second.
Motion by Bates and second by Lundgren to approve final resolution 2021-05. Are there any questions or discussions? Alderperson Bates.
Thank you. Jerry, I was wondering, we had discussed that you'd answered the people that were here at the last public hearing. I was wondering, have you gotten any other questions since then?
None that have come to me directly, but I know our staff has been involved with discussions with residents on all of the streets involved this year.
Thank you.
Any questions or discussion on the recommendation to approve resolution 2021-05? Seeing none, and because it is a resolution, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Alderperson Borchert,
Aye.
Steele,
Aye.
Erickson,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Boyette,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
and Lundrum.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
So resolution 2021-05 is approved. Thank you, Chairperson Bates. Moving on to the Finance Personnel Committee meeting of February 22nd. Chairperson Erickson.
Thank you. Reporting out from the regular Finance and Personnel Committee meeting of February 22nd, 2021. The minutes can be found on the city website. Item number 1, the committee recommends council approve resolution 2021-04, authorizing participation in the state of Wisconsin's local government investment pool, and I so move.
We have a motion.
Second.
Who's the second? Boyette? Okay. We have
Yes.
motion by Erickson, second by Boyette to approve resolution 2021-04, which is authorizing the continued participation in the state of Wisconsin local government investment pool. Any questions or discussions on that motion? Any questions? Yeah. Chairperson Erickson?
I'd like to ask, is it Deputy Director Andy Call to give us, I'm not quite sure on your title, Andy.
He's Mike. He's step in.
All right. Could you just give us a brief explanation about this?
Sure. LGIP is basically an investment account run by the state. So it's basically like another checking account for us. A lot of the times it'll have better interest rates than our regular checking account though. So we like to use this one quite a bit.
Thank you.
Any other questions regarding the resolution 2021-04? Seeing none, I'll ask, because it's a resolution, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Right, Alderperson Steele,
Aye.
Erickson,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Boyette,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Landrum,
Aye.
and Borchert.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
And resolution 2021-04 is approved.
Item number 2, committee recommends council approve the interest rate for special assessments to 3.00 for 2021 projects. This is an improvement in the interest rate, and I so move.
Second.
Motion by Erickson, second by Boyette. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. To approve the special interest rate for 2021 on any assessable projects to 3% from 5%, where it has been for a number of years. Are there any questions or comments regarding this motion? Seeing none, I'll ask clerk to call the roll on that motion, please.
Alderperson Erickson,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Boyette,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Landrum,
Aye.
Borchert,
Aye.
and Steele.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Well, that motion passes, and the new interest rate for accessible projects in 2021 will be 3%. That takes us down to, so thank you, Chairperson Erickson. Roman numeral 10, reports of special committees and liaisons. The regular Plan Commission meeting of February 23rd was canceled. Takes us down to the Board of Public Works meeting of February 23rd. Is it Vice Chairman Bates, I guess, is going to report this out?
Yep.
Go ahead. Thank you.
For the meeting of February 23rd, 2021 of the Board of Public Works, and the minutes can be found on the city website. Information only, the board approved change order number 2 for contract 2-20 sewer and water main construction on Van Street and Monroe Street to Carl Bowers and Sons Construction Incorporated, Kaukauna, Wisconsin, in a credit amount of $49,724.50 for repair of existing storm sewer at Union Street and Monroe Street, for extra stone backfill for sanitary sewer, extra stone backfill for storm sewer, extra spoils, I'm not sure what that was, hauled out, furnish and install a 12-inch main, water main bands, and final quantity adjustments. The second change order was change order number 2 for contract 1-20 sewer and water main and street construction on Abbey Avenue, Claiborne Street, Bond Street, and Center Street to Kruchek Construction Incorporated, Green Bay, in a credit amount of $78,829.59 for concrete removal on Bond and Center Streets to install a lateral to 60-inch sanitary sewer on Abbey Avenue, connection to 60-inch sanitary sewer on Abbey Avenue, remove water meter structure, lower water main on Abbey Avenue, lower catch basins on Center Street, directional drill sewer lateral for 206, 210, and 214 Claiborne Street, extra plumbing in multiple basements to reconnect sanitary sewer pipe bursting, rerouting the lateral around power poles on Claiborne Street, and final quantity adjustments. Now on council action items, I have 2. The board recommends council approve the final payment for contract 2-20 sewer and water main construction on Van Street and Monroe Street to Carl Bowers and Sons Construction Incorporated, Kaukauna, Wisconsin, in the amount of $66,874.50, and I would so move.
Second.
We have a motion by Bates and second by Borchert to approve the final payment to Carl Bowers and Sons Construction for contract 2-20 in the amount of $66,874.50. $874.50. Are there any questions regarding or comments regarding that motion? Any questions? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll. Those in favor will respond with an aye.
Alderperson Stevenson,
Aye.
Boyette,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Landrum,
Aye.
Borchert,
Aye.
Steele,
Aye.
and Erickson.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Alderperson Bates.
Item 2, the board recommends council approve the final payment for contract 1-20 sewer and water main and street construction on Abbey Avenue, Clybourne Street, Bond Street, and Center Street to Crew Check Construction Incorporated, Green Bay, Wisconsin, in the amount of $317,943.79. And I would so move.
Have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Bates, seconded by Borchert to approve the final payment on contract 1-20 for sewer and water main and street construction on a number of streets to Kruzek Construction in the amount of $317,943.79. Any comments or questions regarding the motion on the floor? Anyone? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll again. Those in agreement will vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Alderperson Boyette,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Landrum,
Aye.
Borchert,
Aye.
Steele,
Aye.
Erickson,
Aye.
and Stevenson.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, so the final payment for contract 1-20 was approved. And that concludes your report, Chairperson or Vice Chairman Bates. Thank you. That takes us down to a series of reports. First one being the Community Development Authority. Anything right now, Director Hayes?
Nothing to report this evening.
Okay. Takes us down to the Library Board, Chairperson Erickson.
Thank you. The library board meeting is, I think the reports are mixed up on the agenda because the library board meets prior to the next city council meeting. So I'd like to move that to the next city council meeting, as also the Arts Council. Both will meet prior to the next meeting. But I would just like to remind everybody that the library is open to visit, and I encourage you to check it out. So thank you.
Thank you. Alderperson Bates.
I did want to ask Director Hayes if he would tell the, inform the committee or the council when the public hearing is going to be on the South Commercial Street plan.
There was an email today on that.
It'll be at CDA on March 22nd. And I believe the next council meeting, the following, which would be April 7.
Thank you.
April 7th, yeah. Brad Schmidt sent out an email today that shared that. Any other questions regarding, Stephanie, is that correct? Was because Alderperson Lang, with the possibility of her not being here tonight, did send us reports on the bid board meeting and the landmarks. So did we skip those?
Well, we didn't skip them. We just mixed it up.
Flipped them. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, Jane sent me the reports and asked me to read them. And when I didn't see them on the agenda, I forwarded to all the council members. So you can peruse that at your own leisure. Are there any, it takes us down to Roman numeral 11. Any petitions anyone has? Stephanie, do you know of any? Doesn't look like it.
No petitions.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything with council directives? Seeing nothing. Any unfinished business? Okay. Any new business? Item A, any announcements or got questions that may legally come before the council? Okay, then I guess I would entertain a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.85, Parent 1, Parent G.
So moved. Second.
Okay, who's the first one? Orchard? All
I know.
Gary.
right, good night, John. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna say Borchard and Boyette to move into the executive session. All in favor of convening into executive session, indicate with an aye. Aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone no? Good. So we are now in executive session.
Broadcasts of the City of Neenah Common Council meetings are produced by University Studios of the University of Wisconsin, Fox Valley. Neenah residents can get information about City Council meetings, City Committee meetings, meeting agendas, and other documents via the City website, www.neenahgov.org. Neenah residents can express their opinions about city issues or about these broadcasts by contacting the mayor's office, contacting their city alderman, or by completing the electronic feedback form on the city website, www.neenahgov.org. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited for playback.